Good morning. Hey, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. How are you today, my loves? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. We're coming off the new moon in Taurus. Happy birthday to my Geminis, okay? So, couple things. Normally, I go live here and at YouTube, okay? But I couldn't do them simultaneously today, so this post will go up after it is done, okay? So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the energy for the week, okay? So, before I get into the elements and the individual signs, what I'm gonna start with is the overall energy for the collective. Hey, my loves. Hi, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay, so let's take a look. Spirit, can you show me what is the collective energy for everyone, please? Can you give me just the collective energy for right now, please? Good morning. Honeybee, like honey to a bee. Your love is uplifting me, right? You got community, all right? So this is giving me soul tribe energy, okay? This is also giving me like abundance energy, okay? So the milk and honey could be getting ready to flow, guys, okay? You have here wilderness untamed. So listen, let me just talk about the energy that was for the weekend, okay? Because initially, you know, we were coming off the new moon that happened on Friday, and we went directly into a, what is it called? Into a Grand Cross, okay? So a Grand Cross that was in all the fixed signs. So this was really fixed, hard energy, guys, all right? This was gonna bring up a lot of shit that maybe you thought you put to rest, and inside maybe there was still a little turmoil that you had to like push through this weekend, okay? But it's for you to be the untamed self, for you to get back to your original self, okay? For the community, like to how you're gonna show up, okay? It feels like how the collective is showing up is in a new frequency, okay? With oceans and waves, okay? I feel like a lot of that shit was uncontrollable this weekend. Okay, a lot of it was uncontrollable. Like what was coming up were things that needed to be purged, transmuted, right? Hey, everybody, come on in, come on in. Let's see what else comes out for the collective. Spirit, anything else for the collective before we get into individual? Cicada voice, right? So in this, you might have felt triggered coming off this weekend. Yesterday felt like a processing day, right? So you could have felt triggered by something, okay? You might have spoken out on something, or this could have already happened and you were feeling the waves of emotions that come off of that. But it feels very much like something that was underneath the radar, maybe within you, that needed to come up through the throat chakra. If it has not yet, it will. Okay, you could be processing how exactly you're going to communicate this newfound, untamed self that needs to be expressed, okay? River, flow. Please don't stop the music. But instead of music, I heard, please don't stop the feeling, right? Like spirit wants you to explore it. To explore it. Dolphin, listening. Are you listening? I am just got started, so this is like your overall energy for every fucking body. And then we're going to get into the elements, okay, Josh? All right, but with the dolphin and listening here, okay, it's like spirit is saying the things that came up that maybe took you a little bit by surprise, they were supposed to. They were supposed to so that you could purge. The purge is important, guys. The purge is important. Don't fight it. Like, let it flow. I'm not saying be a savage. But I am saying give voice to what needs to be spoken aloud. Okay? And when I say purge, I mean you could have been triggered over this new moon into the Grand Cross that made you, that brought up stuff, okay? And that's what needs to be purged, because where you're going, that frequency can't go with it. All right, I'm going to give this one last shuffle before we get into the elements, okay? Spirit, is there anything else, any other message that you want to give to the collective before we move on to the elements? Rainbow, beauty. Because if you can find voice, if you can allow yourself to speak your inner truth, your most divine self, right? This is gonna give you a new somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. It's like it finally allows you to step into what you've been manifesting, okay? I'm gonna show you the picture right now. Sage, purification. And this is exactly what I said. Like, you have to purge something, purify something, okay? Pure of heart, right? Are you giving yourself grace for these things that needed to come up, that needed to come out? Are you understanding why you needed to have certain experiences or go through certain feelings that may have felt negative, but they were to open your eyes, okay? They were like a catalyst moment, okay? So, and for those of you, you know, the chosen, I'm gonna talk to y'all for a fucking minute, because not everybody, you know, but this shit could have came in like a train. Like, you could have felt like you got hit by a train, okay? But what it really is like the final stages, all right? It's the final stages. Nobody said that being reborn was gonna be comfortable. Nobody said that shit. Okay, so let's drop the elements. Let's see who's in the house. Who's gonna go first? Can we see, you know, what is it? Is it earth, fire, you know, water? Let me see. So we got some air, we got some water, we got some fire. Water, water, fire, water, fire, water, earth, fire, air, water, air, fire, fire, air. Okay. So it looks like it's between fire and air right now. What's going on? Who's more in the house? Fire or air? Let's see. Y'all are duking it out. I see y'all. All right, fire wins. Fire wins. All right, so fire's up first, gang. All right, fire's up first. Spirit, show me what is going on with my fire signs. What is it that they need to know? What is happening for the fire signs? Spirit, can you show me what's popping with the air? I mean, with the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, pull up. And for those of you, like I said, you can see the replay on this on YouTube. Okay, I couldn't do it live today simultaneously, but I will post this later. Okay, guys. Spirit, can you show me? Thank you for the likes, guys. Fire, you could have, you know, lost some money recently. All right, or you could have just felt like, you know, money was going out faster than it could come in, right? But abundance is near. Spirit wants you to know, okay? They're saying that the main problem you're having is that you need to take control of either a situation or a vibration. Remember that your money is a frequency, okay? That's why it's called currency. Okay, so the way you're feeling about money is controlling how, even if it's not in the arena of money, right? So in other words, I'm gonna give you an example. If you feel like you don't have enough, or you always find yourself coming up with the short end of the stick, then that's gonna transfer over to your finances as well. Okay, so what they're saying here, I just started and this is fire, okay? So what they're saying here is that The energy that you are having within is very much so transferring to your financial situation. Okay, so check your frequency, guys. Okay, you have keep the faith. Okay, you could have been struggling with something for a minute, right? And Spirit's basically saying, like, whatever that struggle is, it don't even have to be in a financial way. Whatever that struggle is, you know, you gotta be careful that it's not like lowering your vibration in another area. Okay, new perspective. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, asking you to change. Thank you, Spirit. Very, very specific message, fire sign. To change what you believe is possible. Because it's as if you have set a ceiling that Spirit doesn't want you to set. Okay, listen to your intuition. Okay, it's like, you know what I'm hearing? You know, what I'm hearing is basically like, what you think about, you bring about, right? So it's like the ceiling that you if you can't believe it, Spirit's like, how I'm gonna bring it to you if you won't give me the room to show you. Okay, so let's get you guys some tarot. Let's get into it. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my fire signs, thank you, my love, thank you so much. Can you show me what my fire signs need to know at this time? What are the most important messages for their development, for their advancement? Okay, you got Temperance out here. This is Sagittarius card. It's about being patient. It's about healing those triggers, okay? It's about being the master of your frequency. All right, you got the Emperor coming out crossed here, okay? It's like for you to achieve something, and it's funny because you got Sagittarius and you got Aries out here, right? So we already know we're talking about fire out here. But it feels like for you to reach this Emperor status, this is like totally you right here, with the double Sagittarius and Aries moon. But basically it's like for you to reach something or achieve something, you have to heal something, and you have to have some patience with it. Okay, it's also coming out with the Nine of Swords. In other words, the overthinking is sabotaging the manifestation that you're trying to achieve. Okay, and here comes the Four of Swords, double indication between the patience, okay, and the Temperance card here, double indication that something needs to be resolved within, okay? And you know, there's healing that's needed, okay? Now you have the Ace of Swords, you know, truth, right? And I'm hearing, I don't know why, because it doesn't really match the message, but maybe there is a match, you know, we haven't clarified yet. But I'm hearing the freaks come out at night, the freaks come out at night, the freaks come out at night, right? And part of one of your first cards was the, you know, for the collective was wilderness, untamed, right? So things are coming out, okay? Things, listen. I'm going to even talk for a second to the chosen ones, all right? I get this, all this, wide, lucky, cut it off. So, what was I saying? The chosen ones. Y'all, you know, we getting the energy of like trying to stay in the light and being high vibrational, right? But understand that as above, so below. So part of the frequency is that you have to embrace your darker self too, right? For you to make this timeline shift, you're going to have to integrate those two sides, right? The Emperor in the upright is somebody who has achieved a status and who understands how to use his power. An Emperor crossed could abuse power or doesn't know how or what the power is. So if you don't realize that there's some parts of you, the darkness that serves a purpose and how to use that energy, you're going to feel consumed. Okay? So here's the transformation judgment card, needing to like really, I feel like reclaim self, reclaim, step into who you are now. Maybe you were the black sheep. Maybe there was something here about feeling judged. But only you, thank you for the follow, honey. Only you have the power to either accept or deny other people's perceptions of you. Okay, so we're going to get a deck to clarify, but I'm really feeling here like, maybe part of what was coming up for you over this weekend was not liking some of your darker energy because it makes you think about things, right? Things you don't want to think about. Look at this. Temperance with the Seven of Pentacles. Like, why didn't something work? This is fire, my love. Okay, so why didn't something work? Why didn't something come into, why couldn't I get past the Seven of Pentacles with something? Right? But the Five of Wands is coming out here cross because either you were conflicted about something you were giving or over giving, or the boundary wasn't set, or the conflict was external. Ah, hi, honey. Coming back from a woman's retreat. That sounds beautiful, right? So it feels like, let's say if there was a conflict in a circle and you were working with other people to achieve something, the truth is you can't force other people to see your vision. Maybe you're not supposed to work with that group, or maybe you're supposed to do something individual, or maybe it's just there to show you some part that you have difficulty with. Okay, so the Emperor coming out here cross. Spirit, why is this Emperor here with the Three of Wands in reverse? It's exactly what I said. Fire signs, you've put a limit to what you feel is possible for the future. Like, oh, that's not gonna happen, right? Knight of Swords crossed, right? It's almost like you're arguing with Spirit. Okay? I'm not live on YouTube right now because I was having some connection issues. So to avoid that, what I'm going to do is after I finish here, I will upload it to YouTube, okay? So there's something here about feeling like something could be hopeless. Okay? You have the Nine of Swords coming out with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, okay? I'm hitting perfect to your your situation. Okay, I'm glad I'm able to give you some guidance here with the Nine of Swords and the Page of Pentacles coming out reverse. You're concerned that maybe it's possible an opportunity has already passed you by. But look what's here, the Tower. Okay, so I'm gonna read this two ways. Something could have happened that is making you concerned that there's not an opportunity still available to you. Okay, but I feel like more so it's like you thinking in the negative is actually stealing an opportunity from you that is like on the precipice. Okay, so if you can shift your thinking, this is gonna assist you tremendously. Okay, the Four of Swords. Spirit, why is the Four of Swords here for my fire signs, please? Can you show me? Past trauma. Four of Swords with the Moon. Something from the past that you don't like to look at. Maybe that you even forgot. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. Let's say there was an opportunity at one time. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that as a child, okay? Pick a sport, I don't care, right? Let's say as a child, you had a very high opportunity to become a professional athlete. Okay? Let's say that in that point of your life, there was a lot of turmoil with things around you, and that you were a young adult, and that you didn't have the wisdom in that point of your life Okay? You didn't have the wisdom in that point of your life to necessarily apply, like manage the situation to your best outcome. This could have made you lose an opportunity. That would explain why you see the Emperor sitting crossed here. So now that there's a completely different opportunity that has fucking absolutely nothing to do with what you were trying to achieve before, you're on the precipice of some new experience. And in that precipice, the fear, which you're not really tapped into recognizing, is attached to this earlier, good morning, Stephanie, this earlier situation. Right? That it makes you feel the same. This is the fire elements. It makes you feel the same exact fucking frequency. So although it's two different situations, the sensation is exactly the same. So the fear or the anxiety or the overthinking is not attached to this outcome, but rather the outcome from the past. And so if you don't sever the energy of worrying about what happened before or why that fucking didn't work, how you gonna make this shit work? That's what Spirit trying to tell you. Truth, okay? If I had my bell out here, I'd be ringing that shit right now, okay? I haven't unpacked my bell yet, but I will. And I'm trying to tell you right now, like, Spirit's like, let that shit go. And if you think I'm lying, I'm dying. Look at the fool out here coming out cross, because you can't manifest the new beginning until you see the truth about, like, you could have judged yourself very harshly. Like, oh, you know what? I didn't get it because I wasn't good enough. Or I didn't achieve this because, I wasn't lovable. Or whatever the fucking reason is that you gave yourself. Okay, maybe somebody told you were bad or something like that. Black sheep energy, right? But what's coming through now is that for you to have the new thing in your adulthood that you've been manifesting, you're going to have to make a choice here. And this could have came through a relationship, this disappointment, right? But you have to make a choice here to step into your truth, right? For you to be able to have this fucking new beginning. What's on the bottom of the deck? 5. Look, 6 of Cups. You cannot go back there and change that. But what you can change is the frequency within to your authentic self. That is in your control. 3 of Pentacles. You see, for you to have this collaboration, you're going to have to come into balance with yourself. And until you recognize the dark and the light, until you recognize the pieces that, whether they were in your control or not, like, it feels very much like these were circumstances that happened to you and then you internalize them as some type of shortcoming in yourself. And it's all good to take responsibility. Well, I didn't apply myself as much, right? And that could be factual, and also that the circumstances surrounding you were not conducive to you achieving something. 2 things could be true at the same fucking time. So Spirit's basically saying, take that monkey off your back. Take the monkey off your back, all right? Because it's not about what happened. It's about what will happen. Right, you have no discipline, right? So how about this? Let's phrase that differently. And this is an example of what I'm saying. Instead of saying I have no discipline, which also is claiming the fact that you have no discipline, how about you say I'm working on creating discipline that supports the life I want to live? See, because words are spells. Okay, so what you're actually like kind of saying is like, I have no discipline, so you're kind of giving yourself permission to continue that same action. No judgment, right? But here, what we're trying to do is help each other, ascend. So if I read that comment and I don't tell you that there's a better way to phrase that same fucking thing while acknowledging the problem you're having and yet speaking life into the future, then I'm not doing my job. Okay, so never think that if I pick your comment, that I'm trying to insult you or demean you, okay, or in any fucking way like that. Okay, not only am I, addressing you individually and giving you some, some free wisdom, right? Because I'm not out here asking for shit, right? But as well, I want to help other people in the community. Okay, so that's what we do over here. Okay, so Spirit, can you show me? Can you show me, please? Thank you for the roses, babe. Okay, so you could speak empowerment over your life, right? Or you could let the experiences that you've had in your past, block you off from the greatness that you want to achieve now. All right? So you got gift out here. Sometimes, gifts don't come in the way that we think they're coming in, right? And maybe the gift is the acknowledgement that you're not comfortable with how you speak over your life, or that you're not comfortable with how you're being perceived, or you're not comfortable with a ceiling of limitation that you've been carrying around with you all this time when you want to envision something new. Okay, so you also have out here, yeah, okay, all right, let me get, make sure there's nothing else. We're going to talk about it, Spirit. Anything, it's saying low battery. Let me make sure this shit is plugged in, guys. Okay. I'm just changing the cord. All right, guys. So, what you have here basically is a gift. And Spirit's saying you can, thank you guys for all the love and all the presents. I greatly appreciate y'all. All right, with the gift here, basically what Spirit is saying is that not all gifts come in comfortable. Thank you. Not all of you's, does the gift come in a comfortable way. Sometimes these cracking opens, these ascensions, these time shifts, they come after moments of pain. Okay, and you might be seeing it like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Because Spirit's saying we are setting up something for you to come into you, but you will sabotage it because of an experience you had before that you feel like it's not possible for you, or that you're not worthy because of something that happened before, and you would miss it. You'd be blind. Okay, and Spirit needs you to basically, go within. Okay, process these triggers and where they're rooted in. Okay, this is the end of fire. Okay, process these thoughts. Okay, right? Privileged lady and nightmare. Right? It's almost as if the closer you get, the anxiety is building because it feels like it can't be. Like, oh, well, if I get that, then that must mean that something else is going to happen. I'll give you an example. It would be like you playing the lotto, right? And then the lotto, you act, and you say when you get the lotto ticket, like, I probably ain't going to fucking win, right? Then you actually hit the lotto. And then you're like, this probably is going to give me all kind of fucking problems because my family is going to want shit and I'm going to be living in, like, you're just thinking of what is not going to work instead of how it could change it, right? So I don't think it's an accident that you have privileged lady and nightmare here. Now for the fellas, or for those in, LGBTQ type relationships, there could be a feminine or someone in the feminine frequency who you thought was the person and they were really a nightmare, and there was a robbery, like you feel emotionally robbed because maybe you gave up said thing that you were trying to build for yourself, and you feel you blame yourself, right? For not seeing it, right? But whether this came through a person, whether it was because you didn't have the wisdom at the age, whatever the case may be, Spirit's saying you've spent way too much time living in the past, and that now it's time to live in the future. Thank you for the share, my love. Okay, so you have out here main female with luck. Okay, Spirit wants you to change from this privileged lady nightmare and the fear of, like, you know, what if you do break through, right, into this main female in luck, and basically, male or female, stand in the fact that you own this, that this is, you know, yours, okay, that it was promised to you, okay, because it's like the stubbornness here is like you not being able to believe. Do you believe in life after love, after love? Thank you. And you also have here, you know, idea, like Spirit's like trying to give you, you know, look at this. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Right? So you end up with the main female good luck idea, right? What's holding you back is your own stubbornness about not letting this shit go, about what happened before, okay? So I am about to clear this, and then we're gonna see who else is in the house. That was fire. It is not live right now in YouTube because I was having some internet connections, and I felt like it would just be easier if I went live here and then went and posted it after to YouTube. Okay, so if you missed your element, you can check on later this evening. Okay, TikTok takes about an hour or so to process the readings before I can download it. Okay, so that is what's happening. Let me clear these, and then we will see who's in the house. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Okay, drop your things. There, I see earth, fire, earth, water. We did fire already, babes. It'll be up later. Earth, earth. Air, air. Air, water. Earth. Earth, water, water. Earth, earth. Earth, okay, earth it is. Gang, gang. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, pull up. Spirit, can you show me what does my earth signs need to know right now, please? What are they experiencing? What are the most important things that will guide them? Karmic lesson, okay? With financial loss, destined, hot and cold. Somebody, it could be your karmic lesson, but I feel like there's something here that you experienced. Vivid dreams, signs from nature, generous offer, epiphany, runner, apology. Okay, so karmic lesson. There was a situation that you were allowing to somehow magnify a negative energy within you. Okay? Because of that, it feels like your money was funny. Or like no matter how much work you put towards something, you was getting hiccups, glitches, things, unforeseen things. Okay? But with this destined card here, it was like a test. Yes, financially out of whack, right? This is all a test, guys. With this destined, it's like Spirit wants to see, right? Because something that you were going after, you were going hot and cold with it. I feel like it's not that you don't want it. Okay? But it feels like you are having trouble focusing your frequency on money was stolen, right? Having trouble keeping your frequency on one concentration. Okay? So let me explain to you. And I can use myself. I'm an earth sign as an example. I was trying to get some work done this weekend. In advance of like this week. Like I was going to do some pre-video recordings. That never got done this weekend. Why? Because I'm having problems with my phone carrier, and I've been fighting with them for about a month. And this weekend alone, between Friday and Saturday, I spent about 8 hours on the phone with them. So because of that, right, not only did that kind of like lower my vibration, right, but I didn't want to put out faulty work and then come up here and get fucking stressed out and then give you guys energy, you know, out of my shit. Right? So that means that I had to refocus myself, right? Now, for the gentleman saying that money was stolen, or the person saying that money was stolen, right? You could be having things going on around you that are like showing you holes or distraction points, all right? Like it feels like you could be looking at the macro and not the micro, and this is how these smaller things are occurring. And I'm not saying that losing money or money being stolen is small. But what I'm saying is that things are falling through the cracks because it's like the focus is too widespread, if that makes sense. Okay, now vivid dreams is here crossed, okay? This is speaking to me of messages unremembered. Sensations, deja vu. In other words, like, let's say you're experiencing something, a situation, right? And you have been trying to have a breakthrough in something, and then you could have said to somebody, your partner, friend, like, oh, you know, I'm dreading today because I feel very uneasy about this situation. It's been going on for a minute, right? What you don't remember is that spirit came to you in your sleep and showed you something, but you're not remembering it. So the frequency that you're feeling, anticipation, right? It's like you're not remembering the dream, but you're remembering the frequency, babes. Okay, because you got signs from nature, right? And there's a generous offer here. So it feels like the distractions, come through, spirit. The distractions are there as like to stop you. So like me, like this weekend, I told you I didn't do the work. What would have been more detrimental is if I would have tried to force myself to do the work and done shoddy work. Right? So the moment that you recognize that that is happening, you need to clear your energy. Because the epiphanies are here, okay? It's like they're trying to get you to run away from, you know, your just desserts because of the anxiety that is all these other things are causing. Okay? So, you could be having experiences over the next couple of weeks where you could feel like, I did this. No, you didn't do it. You saw it. You saw it, babe. They showed it to you. You just can't remember. I remember the way. Right? So, guys, if I can just say, if you can please follow me and help me grow, that would be greatly appreciated. I don't come on here asking anything of you guys. All I ask is that you help me grow, please. Okay? Thank you. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, need to know? 9 of Swords, stinking thinking, coming out here, 8 of Swords, sorry, stinking thinking, coming out here crossed, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, I am on earth, my love. With the Wheel of Fortune coming out as well. Spirit, can you show me what else? You have the King of Swords, use fact and logic, of the 9 of Swords, right? You're fighting negative thinking. You're fighting negative thinking with the 5 of Cups, because it's like you recognize that it's lowering your frequency. 7 of Pentacles, not letting you complete something. But the Sun, the illumination, okay? I feel like this is burning. Blinded by the light. Up by the roots into the middle of the night, blinded by the light. So this sunlight, this illumination that's coming through is burning away, right? Sanitizing the limitations, right? For the 9 of Pentacles, so that you can emerge, okay? So that you can get that abundance, okay? So we're gonna clarify these. Spirit, why is the 8 of Swords here from Earth signs coming out cross, please? Can you show me? Yeah, the Hierophant. So, 8 of Swords, thinking, stuck like Chuck. You keep trying to refocus. Hierophant, holding on to faith, right? You could also feel persecuted because of your beliefs, or because you stood up in your power and somebody didn't like it. Okay? Good morning, my love. Okay? I have not done air yet. Okay? So this really feels like you could feel like you're under judgment because of something that you felt like you had to do for yourself. Okay? Wheel of Fortune. Thank you guys for all the love, for all the follows. I greatly appreciate y'all. Okay? You have the Wheel of Fortune here with the 8 of Pentacles, but something is going to turn in your favor, okay? I feel like work or finances could be picking up. Okay? You could be stepping into a busier season. This could have also been why the energy was heavy this weekend with the Grand Cross in the sky. But like making you purge the last of the last. Why? Because very soon shit is about to pick up. King of Swords with Temperance. Okay, so it's like you're using fact and logic. And you've been trying to be patient, even though it's like it didn't, you couldn't really see it in the material, right? Something about it makes you feel almost a little tortured. Like I didn't think that me walking in the Hierophant energy in faith and, you know, upright, right? That was going to put me under judgment. Okay? Now, the Hierophant could actually be a judge, and some of you could be worried about legal issues, but I feel like for the most of you, this is not that. Okay? It is about feeling judged for your decisions of self, of speaking into your true self. Okay? You got the 9 of Swords here. The sleepless nights and anxieties, okay, could have been amplified over this last few days. King of Cups, there also could be somebody else. You got 2 kings out here. Okay? There also could be somebody else who is also in anxiety. On point. Thanks, babe. Who's also in anxiety because they were wearing a mask with the King of Cups. Okay? And something about you coming out as the King of Swords and very fact and logic, like detached, okay? Feels like you're making a decision from your higher self. Okay? Even if this is somebody who, you know, you have an emotional connection, I feel like you detached from that so that you can see the situation for fact and logic, which very much sounds like Earth. Okay? It feels like initially it came with a feeling that was attached to your solar plexus, gut feeling, Earth foundation, right? But then because of that sensation, it made you go like, okay, all right, let me step back. Let me not pay attention to how I feel emotionally about this situation. And I'm going to look at just the motherfucking facts. And it feels like you're deducing something here. And because of that, somebody's concerned. Okay? Because they're going to end up blocked. Or that in this focus that you have of detaching and actually looking at the actual situation, that you're going to recognize who was the blockage or who was overly focused on what you were doing. It's like a spotlight, right? Where you're starting to really hone in, Okay? And somebody is making somebody fucking nervous. Because they might not have thought that you would ever step into this high refined energy and snatch back your fucking control. And I feel like you're doing it in a way that makes you uncomfortable because it's new. Okay, it's not like, you know, it's not like you wanted to. Okay, you might have felt forced to, or it could have came as a gut reaction. Remember, I'm telling you this shit coming from your solar plexus. Okay, so the Five of Cups is out here with the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Five of Cups is talking about some crying over spilled milk. Okay, you could feel like that, like by the way the situation played out. You could be like, damn, that sucks, yo. I really didn't want it to go down like that. Now that I have detached and looked at the situation and looked at all the players and looked at my part, I'm starting to see what I missed before. Okay, I'm starting to see why I had to allow something to go south, or why spirit took something and let something go south, because I was concentrating on what I wasn't getting or what was taken or what got spilled, and I didn't see the lighthouse. I didn't see the lighthouse, right? But the Two of Swords, what you can't see, okay, is that, you know, in the Nine of Wands, Spirit was teaching you about standing in your, you know, like you're setting fucking boundaries, okay, because you're becoming the Empress, okay, this is about the healing, okay, and the Nine of Swords, okay, this anxiety that you were feeling, no, water has not been done. Okay, this anxiety you're feeling, hey babes, has to do everything to do with this Seven of Swords. You could feel Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, that somebody's deception or somebody's behavior or somebody's choices to put you in anxiety was done out of deception or maliciousness, or you're seeing something about that. Okay, and it feels like you decided you were going to calmer waters. Okay, like what's that dumbass saying? And I say a dumbass saying because it reminds me of Bush the second, when he said something. He messed up the saying, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right? So it feels like you've absorbed that. Right? Instead of you trying to change something or understand why something keeps happening or why people see you in a particular way or do you in a particular way, you're recognizing that how you have control of it is to remove yourself from said experience and step into who you are. And that may feel uncomfortable because it means you have to step away, detach, back to what I fucking said, and use fact and logic, and then you become the King of Pentacles. Okay? So right now, you could be trying to hold back from communicating. Okay? Because there's something here about waiting to see. So you chose yourself. And now you're waiting to see the fallout. Don't sit around waiting for the other shoe to drop. Keep it pushing. Okay, I feel like all things come to light in due time. Spirit, can you show me anything else that my earth signs need to know at this time? You got expectation coming out across. You don't even know what to expect right now. All you know is that it was very hard for you to stand in your own truth. You did it, and now what? Like, now what? Now what happens? Now where does this go? House, right? This could change your living situation. This could change the frequency in your home, right? We're going to clarify these. Spirit, anything else for my earth signs, please? Despair coming out cross. That's how it feels like? Yeah. Okay, message of concern. An official person. All right, gift at the bottom, right? So the gift at the bottom, it's like I said to the fire signs. All this shit is happening and it feels like a shake-up, like everything's being shook up, right? When the dust settles, though, It's going to be, it was like I was in your house this weekend. When the dust settles, though, you're going to realize that there's been a shift. Okay? And that this shift in your overall circumstance was greatly needed. All right, so let's clarify these real quick. You got the expectation out here. Okay, this is what's like lowering your frequency a little bit, because you're like, I don't know what's fucking gonna happen next. Like, yes, I stood up in my power. I stood up in my truth. But now what? Now, you know, am I gonna be judged, right? Death, ego death, right? Right? Shedding of the old. Stepping into the new parts of yourself. People could be saying, like, I don't even know you anymore. Or they could feel that way. But what they don't, it's like they knew the part of you that was succumbing, that was giving in to make the peace, right? Peeking into your windows, right? But as this new part of yourself emerges, the reason why you're feeling stress is because you energetically are feeling other people's uncomfortableness with your new frequency, right? So not only are you battling like, oh my God, this is all feels different. I feel different. I'm recognizing that I feel very strongly about certain things, and that I no longer can give myself to situations that don't feel like the Hierophant, that don't feel morally right. You could feel their stress, right? Because you stood up for yourself. This is what earth signs are going through, right? So not only are you going to have your own internal stress for actually making the decision to stand up 10 toes down for yourself, but then on top of that, you could feel their stress because it's triggering them. Okay, despair coming out cross, spirit wide. Okay? Now, here's the funny thing. You've been putting off, even if it was subconsciously, because remember I said you had the vivid dreams, so you're not remembering everything, right? But you felt it would be worse to stand up for yourself. Like you were like, this has probably been going on for a couple years, right? So in the idea of standing up for yourself, every time this thought might have come before, you might have been like, oh, but I think about what is going to happen, right? So what is the family dinner going to be like? Or what is this going to be like? Or how then do we deal with this? Maybe there's cross-sectionality, right? And somebody was using that strategy against you, boo. Because they knew that you was going to try to take the high road. They knew that you were going to be self-sacrificing. They knew that they could keep this conflict going because you were going to always choose to do the right thing in their eyes and put a mask on and just deal with what the fuck was happening so that you didn't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over. Our love is like a ship on the ocean, right? So this person wanted to pretend like it was love as long as you didn't buck the system, right? Yeah. You got message of concern coming out here cross. I'm telling you that right now, these people, although you stood up for yourself, and although they're seeing and it's causing them stress and all of that, they're not 100% sure you're going to stick to it. They're not. Okay? They're like, well, maybe she was cranky, or maybe he's upset, but he'll get over it. He always gets over it. She always gets over it. Right? If not, though, we're not going to collaborate because, I want it to be a certain way, right? So they want you to continue to sacrifice yourself, okay? For quite some time, you felt like a marionette, like a puppet on a string dealing with this shit. And it was actually making you physically, mentally, or emotionally, maybe even all three, fucking sick. Okay? Now, here is the coach. It was like spirit coached you. It was like you had to coach yourself. It's like you had to reparent yourself. It's like, yeah, nightmare of the night. Like for you to get out of this, you had to birth it yourself in the dark, in the quiet, all alone. Here's the official person. You graduated, baby. You graduated. Here's you becoming the official person. Here's these people with the evidence. They're like, oh, so you changed? Prove it. Show me what's different. This person or these people, they still feel like they have something. And look, it looks like family. People you consider to be family. Right? These people, like I said, they don't fully believe that you're going to stick to this thing. Right? Fate in reverse. But they don't realize that in this new you, in this birthing of yourself, you've changed like your destiny, like your outcome. Okay? And I feel like it's not that you, it's like you're saying the past person in you, when they would have said to you, prove it, you would have bent over backwards, you know, pounding your chest and trying to show why it is you're right. And I'm not saying that you're not right. What I'm saying is you've gone so far into your development that you no longer feel the need to explain shit. Okay? It's like they're not part of your destiny anymore. Okay? I feel like with this introvert card, this is you protecting your energy. Okay? Live and learn. It's like you graduated. Okay? And it's like, why do I have to prove to you my ascension? Why do I not? You might have got me to explain some shit to you before, but who I am and the vibration that I'm in and the life that I want to live and the life that I want to build is really not up to you for me to have to get your approval or explain to you why the fuck I'm moving this way. And if you don't know why it is, maybe there's a reason why you're locked out of that information. Okay? Wealthy man. Promise. Right? So wealthy man, wealthy woman, right? It feels like you are definitely, because you are willing to keep a secret, well, it could have been a secret, started off as a secret, right? But it's like you're willing to keep a vow that you made to spirit and to yourself to not, you know, like compromise the new you, the person that you've become. You had, it feels like you might have been crying. Like, I swear to God, I ain't doing this shit no more. And I make a vow to myself that I'm not going to just compromise myself any fucking more. And whoever don't like it, 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it. Right? And I don't even need their motherfucking apology. And if they think that I'm apologizing for the parts of myself that were born through the things that were done to me, they're even more fucked up than I thought they were. Because they're daydreaming, takes me where I wanna be, right? And if they feel like that, you know, I owe them something, I'm willing to take the L. Because, bitch, I'm not explaining shit to you. Okay, and they're in overload. They don't understand. They're like, what the fuck you mean you don't have nothing to say? What do you mean you're not going to explain, right? Imagination. Just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me, right? Because you fucking know that there's a reward in it for you. You know it. Right? Catch me if you can. Here's the shit right here. You see that? You spoke it perfectly. What's good, Lawrence, right? So schedule, right? So you're already on the move. Right? It was like, it's now or never. You felt in your gut. Whatever that moment was, I feel like you maybe didn't even think about it ahead of time. Like, today's the fucking day, right? It didn't go like that. This shit has been giving you anxiety for quite some time. Somebody said or did something, and all of a sudden, you were standing on your feet, giving everybody a motherfucking piece of your mind. Boop. Now they feel confined. But those were the same limitations they put on you. And with the compromise, now they want you to compromise. And you're like, good news. You ain't got to worry about me. I fucking removed myself. Okay? You like, don't even worry about it. Okay? So now somebody feels uprooted. They feel homeless. They feel like, and it could be really homeless, but I feel like it's not that. I feel like it's more like, you might have felt like home or a dumping ground or somewhere that they could lay their things, but they were never there for you, right? So now they feel like this shit is unreal. Like, what happened to my earth sign? Well, that's what happened, is that you decided that you were no longer self-sacrificing yourself after you had some type of window to detach and look at a situation after you were triggered into standing up into your own power. Hey, Love Hill. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, and now the people around you are a little confused. They're not sure what comes next. Neither are you. But what you do know is that you're walking into a season of power. And yes, the fuck you are. All right, so that's what I have for my earth signs. Okay, so we have water and air left. Who is in the house? Who will go first? Show me. For those of you that missed your element, I will repost this on YouTube later. I could not go live at the same time because I'm having some problems with my internet. Okay, I'm seeing air and water. Water, air, water, water. Air, water. Air, water, water, air. Water, 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 water. All right, water. Let's go. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pull up. Thank you. Thank you for the roses, my love. Okay. Just making a little space here, guys. Spirit. My name on oh, thank you. My name on YouTube is exactly the same, okay? Lovely Soul Empress, okay? Tarot, okay? And this will be up a little later today, but it will be up, okay? And for those of you that don't follow me on YouTube, you should, because over there's longer readings that can't go on the YouTube. I mean, on the TikTok, okay? So half an hour readings, 45-minute readings. So head over there, okay? And subscribe. And also, they're always talking about shutting down TikTok. So, you know, if you don't want to lose contact, right? We could wake up any fucking morning and they be on some bullshit, right? So, Spirit, show me, please. What does Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio need to know? Listen to your intuition. Separation. Something has been removed. Spirit, show me. Have a great day. You too, baby. Twin flame. I did do fire already, and it will be up. It will be up later tonight. It should be up by the afternoon, but sometimes TikTok takes a little long to process. Okay? Inner healing. Something had to happen, okay, with a twin flame. Listen, I'm going to just say something just so y'all know, right? Not every twin flame is a lover. They could have been a lover last life, and then maybe they come in this life as a parent. Right? I don't care what nobody says. We come here so many times, and we come here with different avatars. Okay? So, regardless of how this relationship is showing up in your life, some type of separation is happening for some healing and some destiny that's going to take place over the summer. Okay, there could be an apology here. Take control and soulmate. Epiphany. It's like twin flame versus soulmate. Okay, so it feels like two very important people, water signs. Two very important people. Feels like a situation has occurred that is putting you in a situation. And it's causing, yes, this is water. And it's causing some type of vomiting of emotions. And I feel like rather than you allowing them to come out, you're pushing, because there's a feeling of like, if I let this out, I'll lose control. If I let this out, I'll lose control. If I start crying, I won't be able to stop. Do you understand? I feel it very much in my heart chakra. This is water, yes. So, let's get you guys some tarot. Let's take a deeper look. Thank you guys for all the love. If I don't see a gift or if I don't say anything, it's not that I'm unappreciative. I want you to know that a lot of times when I come on here, I'm straight channeling, okay? And you may feel like you're talking to me, but here's a secret. When I finish these, I watched them myself because I don't remember everything. So a lot of the things that's coming out, it's spirit. It's spirit using me. Okay? So understand that it's not that I'm being unappreciative. It's that half the time I'm not even here, bro. All right? So please understand. Okay? Spirit. Show me. Yeah. Five of Swords. You feel like either which way is not desirable outcome. Okay? Between a rock and a hard place, Spirit says. Spirit, can you show me? Ace of Swords and the truth. And what is the truth? And you're not sure because there's someone here that fogs something. Okay? And then the Four of Swords is here. And what you do know is that something needs to be healed, but you're not sure which way. I feel like the fog leads you to want to fix something. But it's like you're not sure if it's the truth yet. Let's take a further look before we start to clarify. Page of Swords, and it's coming out cross. You feel super blocked from something. Something that you're separated from. I feel like this is, it's a frequency that is important to you. So whether this is coming through a person or not, okay? The Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's clarify these bad boys. Let's see what Spirit talking about. You got the Five of Swords out here, okay? So you're feeling a little manipulated or just in a rock and a hard place right now, water signs, okay? Like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I feel like if I go this way, it doesn't necessarily go best for me. If I go that way, it's not necessarily best for me. Now, for some of yous, you got the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I feel like these two people that are outside of yourself, you're trying to figure out where's the deception. Who is the deceiving person? Is it the twin flame or the soulmate? Let's get to it. Is it the twin flame or the soulmate? Four of Wands. And in the feeling of that is the Ten of Pentacles. It's a lot on the line. Right? You feel very conflicted because this one could go either way, right? Ace of Swords, Spirit wide. I tell you guys every time I come on here, do not play with my spirits. They are very, very accurate. Okay? They're very accurate. You know what I'm going to do? I don't have time today, but I'm going to make a post, of a short, okay, with just like people's, what do they call those? Spirit, I'm getting a blank. With people's reviews. So you could see that this isn't the one-off, okay? So the Ace of Swords is here coming out to the star. What is Spirit saying to you? The truth shall set you free. The truth is going to lead you to the path of your true self. Now, whether you decide to take the path, that will be on you. Because I'm not going to, listen, I ain't going to hold you. Some of you might decide to stay in the deception because it's comfortable. Right? Because it means that if you accept the truth about something, then that means that you have to change something else and you may not be ready. Okay, so the Four of Swords, you could be trying to prepare yourself right now. Prepare yourself for some choices between this soulmate and this twin flame and about how or what is true. What is true, water signs? What is true? What is true? This is the question Spirit is asking you. What is true? Okay, you got the Four of Swords. Once you realize what is true, you can heal it. The sun, it will be illuminated with the Lovers. Some things some things here need to come to light to be healed. And like I said, with the Lovers card here, you have a decision ahead of you about what is truth. Or what does truth look like? Okay? The Four of Swords, the Page of Swords is out here crossed. This is you blocked. Okay? You may feel like you don't have enough information at this time. Okay? The Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, right? You don't have enough information to make an educated decision about why you're left out in the cold or why this situation has happened. But what you do know is that the frequency of heartbreak is on you like a coat. Because you don't see another way out but to have to make a decision that you don't want to make. Okay? So it's like almost a part of you isn't in a hurry to uncover the truth, because as soon as the uncovering comes, action. Action speaks louder, right? Speaks louder than love songs, right? Temperance. So you're doing it slowly, right? Even though it's burning a hole in you, and Eight of Swords, and you can't stop thinking, I've been thinking about you, right? Because you know that there's a betrayal here, but where? From where? Ace of Cups, right? Because it's love, right? It's soulmate, twin flame, right? It's like Bob Marley says, everyone will hurt you. You got to decide who's worth it. And you're in that position right now with the Six of Cups. Spirit, why? Four of Swords crossed, Three of Wands, no, Tower, Three of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so you want something. This is for my water signs, but I'm going through the elements. This is, and if you missed your element, this will be on YouTube later. Okay? And I love your name, Fresh Out of Fucks. Me too, boo. So the Six of Cups is here. You wish you could just go back into time, back into time, and everything would be all right, right? With the Four of Swords, it coming out crossed, you can't go back, boo. You can't go back, right? You can only work on the healing, right? Which is going to be internal, right? Spirit said don't wait too long to make this decision or to examine the truth of a situation, because if not, a tower, scorpionic energy, will come in, a cracking open. Okay? This is the Three of Wands. Because what's going to happen here, like, remember you had the Five of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Remember I said that there was a part of the collective that maybe is not ready to see the truth about something because they have to change it. So let's say you ignore it. Right? Let's say you ignore it and you know that person A, soulmate, and person B, twin flame, one of them isn't above board. But let's say you assign value, right? You're like, well, this is my soulmate. That's important. But twin flames, that's more important. So you decide that you're going to go the twin flame way. And then you find out that the soulmate was telling the truth. Right? So Spirit said, again, a little bit like Earth, okay? For you to be able to transmute a situation, okay? You will have to take the rose-colored glasses off and see some shit for what the fuck it is. This isn't about who it is, right? Let's say, this is water, babe. So let's say, for instance, let's say it's your mom and your boyfriend, right? And I'm going to give you, like, I'm going to put it two ways. Let's say mom doesn't like boyfriend. And so she says, and he might have done some shit where she really has a valid reason, right? And then she calls you and she says, I saw your boyfriend leaving Walmart with somebody else. And you know that your mom don't like said boyfriend. And then your boyfriend says, that's not true. I wasn't even at fucking Walmart. You know your mom hates us together, right? And then you go ahead and side with your mom because that's your fucking mom. And come to find out that that was not true, right? Or, same example. You could say, Mom, I know that you can't stand my boyfriend, so I don't know why you want me and him to break up, but he's made so many changes, right? And then you find out, right? 3 months later, he's coming like, I got somebody pregnant, right? So then you got into a big blowout with your mom over this person. Stop speaking to them. And come to find out that that person was telling you the truth. Spirit's telling you that whatever situation is going on right now, you do not have all the information. Okay? With the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? Right? You see what I'm saying? So it feels like this situation's too close to call for you. Because you're too emotionally invested. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Moon. And the Seven of Cups. Spirit's telling you to be very methodical as you work through these situations in your head. Okay? Keeping your independence and your mental independence, because it feels like both of these people are trying to sway you. Okay, here is the Moon. Okay, this is like the true emotions behind it. It's very murky waters, okay, and a lot of illusions. Okay, Six of Pentacles. I feel like you want to be the mediator, okay, but something is going to shift here with the Fool, okay, and the Empress. And I feel like you're going to be stepping into that frequency. But first, it's like you got to sift through the muddy water, okay? So let's get you guys a kipper. Spirit, can you show me? You got imprisonment, false person, poverty, message. Anything else? Last shuffle. Toil and labor. Imprisonment. So you feel limited. Okay, idea came out in reverse. You don't even know what to think about it. It came out of nowhere. It's very heavy energy, all right? You're just trying to like keep your head down and keep it moving because you don't have the clarity that you need, right? So you got false person out here crossed, and that's because you don't know who is the false person. False person comes out here with okay. Fury, stubbornness, and calm. Let me tell you what happened right here. The innocent person. I'm not going to name who it is because I don't know who it is in your situation, okay? But I'm going to say that the person who is the most calmest, okay, this person who maybe you took the other person's side, right? They're not trying to convince you. They're not even angry. Okay? I feel like they feel like you don't listen. And so they're calm. They're like, okay, all right. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. Right? There's something within you that knows that there's something alarming about that. Because I feel like this person doesn't normally react like that. And it's making you second guess your judgment. Okay? Spirit, can you show me why is this poverty card here? You already filed for divorce, yeah. And this poverty card, whatever the decision, or whatever the truth is, the situation, it meant for you to see, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Right? You're going to have to take off a mask, see a situation for what it was. You got coach out here in illness, right? I'm not going to hold you. There was something here about codependency. So a part of you didn't want to see a situation for what it was, because if you do, then you got to separate from something. Remember, it was a twin flame and a soulmate connection. And it feels like, you know, neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye, right? And it means having to give up something that you have relied upon, whether this is emotional, physical, you know, whatever kind of support, right? Here's the message, here's the pride, and here's the eternal love. Don't shoot the messenger, triumph, right? Understand. Inducement, savings, third wheel, accident, aid, merit making. I feel like for a lot of you, thank you for the roses, Hope. I feel like for a lot of you, there could be something here. And thank you for all the TikToks, guys. I greatly appreciate you. I feel like there's something here about the person who's deceiving you feeling overly confident with this eternal love and triumph and inducement that they've got it covered because of maybe some financial control, or some kind of situation that they feel like, well, water sign isn't gonna, you know, buck the system. But they got careless, this person. Whoever this person is to you, they said they overstepped a boundary, a new boundary that you weren't even sure you had or someone else had. And they tripped themselves. It was like a landmine. Like they stepped on a landmine, all right? And now, like, it's a situation where it's difficult now. Like, Natural disaster. Right? So you have here the toil and labor. You're still trying to work on something with somebody. I'm not going to assign, who's this twin flame and who's the soulmate, because for each of you, it's going to be different. Right? You're trying to, like, merit making, like, really trying, like, okay, let's see how it goes. Right? Promise. Apology. Right? Fright. I feel like somebody could be telling you, no, don't worry, this won't happen again. I know that it might cost you something, but I swear I'm telling you the truth. Right? Something inside of you is like telling you. Those are two separate things, babe. Twin flame and a soulmate. Right? So they will say twin flame like it's always got to be romantic, but maybe the last lifetime it was romantic, and this time it's showing in a different capacity. But if you're locked in with a soul, and one time you come in as a romantic thing, and the next life you come in as siblings, and the next life you come in as co-workers, you're still in this twin flame situation. You're just exploring. Thank you, hon, for the gifts. You're just exploring different facets of that relationship. All right, I really don't like how people talk about twin flames, because it goes deeper than just like, oh, we're gonna someday we'll be together, right? It goes way fucking deeper than that. We gotta stop thinking so like limited. Okay, so Spirit's telling you from here. I'm hearing the 11th of June. More observation, less talking. Really thinking. Because not all is as it seems. And make sure that your decisions are based on what you see and not so much on what you feel. Okay? On what you feel about the two roles and who should be telling you the truth. Because if you base it on who should be telling you the truth, that's not going to go well. Right? So like the example that I was using, like, the mom and the partner, right? You're going to be like, okay, well, my mom wouldn't lie to me, right? Or, my person wouldn't lie to me, right? You understand? If you can't hear me, you got to come back out and then come in, because it would only be you. No one else has had that problem. Okay? All right. So, air signs. Air signs, let's go. You are up, babes. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Pull up. Okay? Yes, water was done. Okay, this will be up later on YouTube. I couldn't put it up today because I was having some internet connections, but it will be up later today. All right, so let's get started for my air signs. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my air signs need to know most at this time? What is going to guide them forward? Grand Cross in the sky right now. This was heavy energy for the week. We're still in it presently. Spirit, can you show me? Mirroring. Self-worth. So you're not sure about something that's outside of you. Like, you're not sure. Oh, it was on point. Thank you, babes. Somebody could have came to you, air signs, and been like, I'm not feeling X, Y, and Z, right? Or you could have just felt this frequency coming off of them, right? You could be saying, like, why is it that me and this person are having conflicts? A week ago, we was good. right? One of yous, if not both of yous, is feeling the energy of the Grand Cross, and it's causing a mirrored triggering. Okay, both of yous feels like standing your ground with the self-worth. Keep the faith. I feel like you have not turned your back on a situation, but you are trying to decipher what is coming from you and what is coming from this other person and why. New perspective. You see, that's what you're trying to attain. Okay, you're trying to see it like the Hangman, like Aquarius, right? Is there another way that I have not looked at this, right? Thank you. Okay, you have here celebration time, come on, right? Speak your truth, right? Air signs, you could have been holding back something because you wanted something to be handled diplomatically. Okay? You wanted to stay neutral. But Grand Cross energy is not neutral. Okay? So it's like now you have to, thank you for the finger hearts. Now it's like you have to fucking pick a direction and you're uncomfortable with that. Okay? I feel like the uncomfortableness is in some form a gift. It's challenging you in some way. Take control, right? Crossroads. I told you, there's a decision here. I feel like underneath that was busy and distracted. So it's like you would like to not have to fucking pay mind to this shit. Can we all just get along? Right? You felt like a neutral party. Did you feel like a neutral party? I heard Switzerland. So you feel like Switzerland? Spirit, can you show me? What does this mean for my air signs? Can you explain to me, please? Can you show me? What is it that they need to know? Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, air signs, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Come out and play. Right, I'm here and get more butts than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one. I get mine the fast way, the ski mask way. Air signs. Somebody here around you expects you to toe the line. I feel energy of a pact. Okay? Accept that in the past it's been advantageous. Now, not so much. This person wants to come first. Normally, air sign, you're so diplomatic, you're okay with it. But there's something about this time that could cost you big, right? It's going to put you at odds. Let's take a look. Spirit, why is the Ten of Swords here for my air signs? Why is that? Page of Swords. You're blocked from something. Four of Cups. You could have tried to ignore it. Whatever it was, this betrayal may not be yours. You're the peacemaker. You could have said or could have felt, let's not focus so much on that because there's no healing in that. let's let bygones be bygones. The Four of Cups. Somebody, and this could be you, somebody could feel like asking to just forget about something, asking somebody to overlook a Ten of Swords is too much. Like they're like, I don't have it to give. I will choke on it. Right? And the Eight of Swords, this is where the mirroring comes in. Because the Eight of Swords, the person, this is connecting so many puzzle pieces. Look at that. The person who was betrayed feels triggered. Because now they feel like they have to draw their sword because you're being overly diplomatic. So this person is like, okay, I understand that's in your nature to be diplomatic, but I have to protect myself. So I'm gonna stand the fuck over here. And that means you stand over there with them because I don't know. I don't know. And all I know is I can't do this frequency. With the Five of Pentacles, this person's pulling themselves out, like putting themselves in the cold, okay? And the Three of Swords. It goes against the outcome you wanted. Because I feel like air signs, what you wanted was to smooth something over. But it needed to be cleaned out and disinfected. Six of Cups. No, Five of Cups, right? So now, like, is it too late? Too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Right? Thank you for the TikToks, right? But something inside has died and I can't hide and I just can't fake it. Right. Confirmation, deep breaths and bursts, left and right side. Exactly, right. So, what's coming out here is the Eight of Cups. So this person who's important to you feels like they have no choice but to walk away. Seven of Wands coming out cross because they feel like the only way they can protect themselves is to like get away. And you could feel like that, right? Maybe you felt in this situation that it was out of your control to keep the balance, but this person does not agree. Okay, with the Ten of Swords coming out here cross, the fact that it's cross, it's like Spirit's telling me they don't blame you as in the sense of like it was you, but they blame your diplomacy. Right? So you didn't cause the Ten of Swords, but you didn't react well to the Ten of Swords. Okay? I ain't gonna hold you. Okay? And I think that you didn't react well to the Ten of Swords, not because you didn't care, but because you were looking for another outcome. You were looking for smooth shit out. But some stuff, if you keep putting dirt under the carpet, it's going to get fucking lumpy. You feel me? Spirit. Yeah, for me, it's about the perspective of my almost stepdad. Yeah, okay? So sometimes, and listen, I'm talking to you from what the fuck I know because I'm a Libra moon. Right? So sometimes we will try as air signs to kind of like let things settle in before we come in. Right? And yeah, you see how the dynamic, he's diplomatic, how my mom kind of betrayed me, right? So it puts you in this awkward position, right? And now let's use him as an example. Like he's trying to be diplomatic. You could be crying to him saying, I need you to understand the pain I'm in. And they're like, well, it's better to let bygones be bygones. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I need the support. Do you understand? So I'm just giving examples of how this could work. Somebody understands that you like to be diplomatic. They actually think it's one of your best traits, but not right now. Not right now. Okay? So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords, this has happened before, either in the same relationship or in other instances. And whoever this person is, whether it's you or them, this person is saying, I can't keep going through the anxiety alone. Okay? I'm trying to mirror to you the pain I'm in, and you're reflecting it away like you don't want to see it, which means you don't see me, which means I can't be with you. Do you understand? Knight of Cups. Not everything's going to be sugar and sweet, okay? And that can be a problem for air signs. King of Swords. Okay? That can be a problem because you want everything to be like, you know, light and airy. But love is messy and sometimes, you know, deep. And you got to go in, right? Eight of Swords. So the idea of having to come out of your diplomatic stance and do something is stressing you the fuck out. Right? With the passion there, right? Ace of Swords here, Spirit wide. With the Eight of Cups. The truth is, I never gotten over you. Collaboration. This truth, whether this is your truth or your person's truth, whoever's truth this is, okay? Because everybody in here is going to come in a different form. Whoever's truth this is, they believe in it so much. They feel this so deeply that they will walk away from a collaboration for lack of feeling seen. I'm just trying to keep it a buck. Even a marriage. Okay? And if you're dealing with a Taurus, they fucking mean it. Okay? Yeah, he tries, but he can't give it your way, right? And here's the Two of Swords. It's like whoever this person is who's trying to communicate, the grief that they feel for not being supported in the way that they need, by the time they say that they are leaving, they left already, emotionally. Okay? So I'm feeling a deep soul cry. Soul cry. So like, let's say this person comes to you. I'm going to, flip it, right? Let's say this person comes to you and says, I love you more than life itself. But what I can't deal with is feeling like you want to be diplomatic in the time when I need you to just support me in the way that I need it, instead of you telling me, what's right and what's not right and how it should be balanced. Okay? And it's so important to me that I'm walking away. But by the time they verbalize this, their emotionality been left. Okay? Spirit. So for my air signs, if this is your situation, it behooves you. If somebody's telling you that they have a lot of resentment, pain, something that they need to resolve, if not only if they can't resolve it outside, maybe they're trying to resolve it by mirroring it, talking it through with you, and you keep coding over it, this person will not be there for long. Okay? They won't. And this could be you. Maybe you decide, like, you know what? I'm tired of always being the diplomat. And there could be somebody here who knows that you have trouble with that. And they're trying to put you in a position where loyalty, like that you'll do it out of loyalty instead of out of what's right. Like reflex. You see? Bad idea. Journey and idea in fucking reverse. Okay? Play it out in your head. Because air signs, you're good at that. Play it on your head. If this person can't swallow something and everybody's expecting them to swallow it and you're standing next to them, and if you ask them to swallow it too, then what is that saying to them? I feel like this person knows that it's uncomfortable for you. But understand that it's also uncomfortable for them to stand in the corner alone. Privileged lady. Live and learn in Gaia. Okay? This is an experience that you need to transmute to get to where you're going, to get the abundance. And Spirit's telling you that they love the diplomacy in you. It serves so many purposes. This is why they send you in so many rooms to help others. But this ain't the time. Main female. And you can feel it. You can feel it. You know that it's not the time. Look, main female, commitment and memory. Memory don't live like people do. They'll always be with you. Right? You know that conflict gotta get cracked. Right? You know that whoever this person is that is trying to break free of something they feel is too heavy for them to carry, you know that the dam will break. So, air signs, are you going to turn a blind eye and then wait for the explosion and then be like, oh, I didn't know that was coming? Okay? High Honor is here with Coach. Illness and schedule. You're about to get a blessing. Okay? And I feel like it's going to be by helping someone. Okay? With illness and schedule. Libation. Let me tell you something. This person, or the situation between you and this person, there's a need, like, to go to the ancestors and pour libation out. But I also feel like this whole situation is happening to you because there's a piece of you that has to, you've got the diplomacy down pat. Spirit's like, but what happens when you have to make a choice? There's wisdom in that. There's like lessons, okay? So Spirit's telling you this isn't one of those times. It doesn't mean that later on there won't be a diplomatic solution to the overall problem, but right now there's not a choice, okay? Because in whatever type relationship this is, this diplomacy is serving as a third wheel. It is a breaking up a union, whatever type of union, okay? It's caused an accident and stress. And you care deeply about this situation. So be careful that this person who's causing Ten of Swords to whomever they're causing them to is not in their carelessness, and in their overconfidence that they can rely on your diplomacy to toe the line and allow them to get away with some shit that they shouldn't be getting away with. This other person who's experiencing the Ten of Swords is going to stand 10 toes down, and you're going to be forced to make a choice. Okay, air signs. So I feel like to prevent being forced into a decision, it's probably better for you to get use your Aquarius hat, right? Get a clear perspective of what you feel is true, so that when that time comes, you can make the best decision for the situation. Okay? But somebody's overplaying their hand with you, air signs, and they just assume that you will do what the fuck they expect from you. Okay? And I don't think that's too respectful. But you know, you determine who these people are, okay? It's definitely gonna trigger, it's already triggered somebody else's self-worth. Yours is next, because you may turn around feeling like, wow, I should have seen this. And this is why Spirit's giving you this message. Look at what is at stake, and look at if it were you, could you swallow it? And then that's going to tell you how to, you know, how to proceed. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. I'd just like to say thank you to my returning subscribers for coming through and spending a little time with me. And I'm wishing you all light and love. Like I said, I will have this up later for you guys on YouTube. Okay. You know, thank you for spending time with me, guys. Okay. And I will be trying to put some other content up. I'm going to start getting a little more regular with you guys. Okay. So I'm wishing you light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys.